Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I am here with Anders and Carina Rohdin from Rohdins Classic Car, and I am so excited to see you guys. How are you?
Very good, actually. Coronavirus, but we are quite well here.
Good.
Nice to hear about you and to contact us. Very nice, very nice.
Well, I had to because I'd normally see you this month.
You do, and annual rally in England. I have visited annual rally in England 40 of the last 42 years. I'm missing 2, but this year is consulate. It's very sad, very.
Very sad indeed. Well, at least I still get to see you, and even better, we get to see your premises.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to see this area as well. And you're welcome here over many times. You're always welcome here, all people.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, great. Well, let's start with your history, Anders, because I know you've had a very long history with Rolls-Royce and Bentley, starting from a really young age.
So do you say how many hours we have to this movie? 4 hours? No, we can take a little short. We are now in a town in Sweden on the west coast named Trollhättan, and I'm born in Trollhättan. Trollhättan is 45 minutes north of Gothenburg. And I'm born 58. And when I was 3 years old, I was very much with a neighbor who had a son who was a couple of years older as I was. And it was so interesting to go into him to play with all his stinky toys and corky toys, cars in the sandbox. It was amazing. We do it every Saturday and Sunday. And we can be there for hours. But the fun was that he had one Rolls-Royce Silver Race from Dinky Toys, some was in his room, and it was so nice. And his mother said, Anders, you're not allowed to take this car out in the sandbox because it's not a toy, it's a model cars. And if I was very, very nice a day or so, he said, you can take it down on the table, and I take the car down and put it between my fingers very, very easy and nicely, and put it back again. And there I understand that the Rolls-Royce should take care of it. The Rolls-Royce come to be forever. All other cars can you have the sandbox, which should anyway be scrapped soon. So I had the Rolls-Royce sickness there, and the Rolls-Royce sickness is very, very ill. You can never be out it, and you need very much medicine for it. So in my case, I buy medicine every day. So in my home now, in my Carina's home, we have over 8,000 different Rolls-Royce and Bentley things in the collection. Wow. So we are crazy.
When did you first get your first car?
17.5, I buy my first Bentley, and Bentley S. Some was an coach show car, 1955. And it was in extremely bad condition. And I start to work then as a mechanic on the Volvo industry, and I also do my car and traveling with it. When I was 19, the car was finished, and I traveled around in Stockholm. I was a military reading police on horses this time, and I traveled around with this nice Bentley on the street. When I was 19, I was so happy with it. But now when I'm more professional, I take it down in bits and pieces. But I still have the car, and I'm now 62 years. So yeah, it's full of my life, this car.
Is it a car that we can see today?
Some pieces are, the car are all over the home and workshop and all in bits and pieces. So no, many thousand parts now for the moment.
So why don't you show us around then? Yeah,
we do so. Here you see the reception. Some are more like as you have it at home, because our idea was when we started up, it should be the family company. The family company, their customer and the staff should like to be. And we have people in every day, so sitting and drinking coffee or speak and whatever. Sometimes they bought something, sometimes only be here. But it should be a place there. People who like cars will be. So therefore the reception are more as the room we have home.
It's a beautiful layout, and you keep it beautifully.
Yeah.
Yes, and we even have some things for the ladies.
Oh, you certainly do.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see where you work.
I will also say we don't only work with Rolls-Royce Bentley. We do also other vintage or classic cars, but not modern normal cars. The only modern car we take in are Bentleys. We do Bentleys up to 2016, but Rolls-Royce up to 2003.
Okay.
Other classic car from the up to 99, can we say. But this show we do in the workshop. Here we have the parts area, and you see it's much prestige parts in here.
Yeah, I can see a lot of blue.
Yes, they're so good quality. It's so nice to have them. Here we have all parts you need from 46 models to 2003 in service, belts, brake parts, front suspension, rear suspension, and so on. We have at least one complete set for every models between 46 up to 2003.
Okay.
And also much other parts. For example, this here is only brake parts for especially for cloud and shadow and spirit. So every part you need for brakes, we have it in stock. And if you don't have it in stock, it's no problem because we order in from Intercar twice per week. So you send us a track order once per week and one VR order fast every in week. So yeah, so we're waiting a big box here tomorrow. So coming with an order from London. Some were packed yesterday. Just now we're coming out in the workshop. In the front we see an Rolls-Royce Phantom 5 engine from 1963, the V8. In my life, I have restored just over 200 cars now, and 130 of them are also Bentley, other 70 are other markets, Jaguar, Mercedes, whatever. And when the customer coming to us to do a restoration, we let them set if they will have a finish A, B, or C. For example, in a leather interior, in C, we wash it up, clean it up. On B, we repaint the leather. And A, we fit new hoods. So you understand the difference there. And this car, for example, a V8 some are take out from the car, take us 60 hours to do a C service on. And C, we change the bearings, the piston, so on, but only wash it outside. Technically perfect, but not so good to look at. We can do a B work, and that's taken other 30 hours. Then we paint a little in the top, so you can open the hood and can say, oh, it's quite nice. Or in this specially car here, some are this also Phantom 5, some have been Monaco most of the life. And after that, the tennis players, Björn Borg here in Sweden, some was popular all over the world, was the owner. And he had the car when he lived in Monaco. Today is an owner from Switzerland, and he said he will have the car A, right over. So it's an A point. And that means that every single piece is taken down and is painted. So you see all the gasket all over and so on. It should look exactly as it was from the beginning when we leave the factory. And instead of 60 hours, we spend maybe 200 hours or a little more on this engine. So the same work, the same technique, but so much higher finish. And that's what I prefer to do, A finish.
I love that. So 200 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
Here is coming much chrome. We do the chrome today in Lithuania. Yeah. So we send over parts to them, and they come. They travel around with it. So they pick it up here and leave it to us, and coming here every 5th week.
Mm-hmm. And how many of you are working on site at the moment then?
We are 10 people in the workshop for the moment, and we have 10 people in the company, and of them are 6 mechanical. We are now going also out to find a workshop manager because it's too much for me and Carina to handle now. I have full up with the parts and run the company. So we need a workshop manager here very soon.
Feel free to apply.
Here you see that we do other cars. This, for example, is a Fiat 500 from 1958. The girls who own it are the same age as me, and he remember when the family bought this car brand new, and they take it off the road in 67, and we store it there for 40 years, 50 years, and we take it out and said we should have it brand new outside, and they are in the paint shop now. But the engine you see here It's not C, it's not B, it's not A, it's what we call B. It's not brand new, but quite nice.
Okay.
So here we have a Silver Shadow. Silver Shadow have been very popular here in Sweden in the last 3 years. And also the value of Silver Shadow going up quick now. Much hydraulic problems because people who maybe have owned it before have not money enough to take care of it. So they do much wrong things. And therefore we are coming in now with better customer. Some will the best for the car, and we do so much hydraulic restoration now on Silver Shadow and other works as well.
How much work do you still do on the cars?
Very little. Therefore, we need a workshop manual. I'm a mechanic from the beginning. I like to be with the car, but I have maybe an hour to go around there and push the boys on the day, and it's not fair to them. So I need to spend more time there. But I work with the parts. I like to sell prestige parts and so on. So I work most with the parts, run the company, and I like food. And I like to meet customer. And the customer coming here, they are often travel very long, many hours. So normally I meet them out on lunch. So I'm more or less out every day with lunch and relax with customers. So we take care of. We will be friends with our customer more or less.
Well, it sounds like I'd like to be one of your customers, Anders. It sounds like you're the place where you're going to get treated so well.
This is an insurance company. So take it out here. We have a special insurance for vintage car, and this one falling down last week from a lift. So the insurance company take it up to us, and we should repair it. It's a complete smash here. So we changed the wings front. You see here, this man even on the roof.
Oh wow!
Here we have a Bentley S1 from the just finished. It has been painted. It's an S1 who was sold new 1957 here in Sweden. So it's a left and right car. We have to do all technical things. So it needs front suspension, brakes and so on. And we have repainted the car. And here's another car, also a Bentley, but it's a Goldwing, a Mercedes 300 SL Goldwing. It's a 1.3 million pounds car.
Wow.
So it's expensive. This car belongs to a man who was the biggest Mercedes dealer in Sweden. He have dealer company in 14 different towns, and he bought vintage cars for all the members. He have around 200 cars in the museum. He died for 10 years ago, and his two sons take over the museum. And these Mercedes are the star of the museum. There are even much, but there are a couple of Rolls-Royce Bentley in the collection as well. But he said it's worth so much money, and nobody has started up on 35 years. And so much money, Anders, you need to take care of it. We have our own Mercedes workshop, but not for this type of car. So we take it down here, we dismantle the engine, petrol tank, and so on. Change radiators and so on before we start it up. So we take it care, and it comes to be ready this year, and we can take it out and also drive it, and not only have it on the museum as in the pieces. So here's another nice car. I like his Rolls-Royce Phantom 5 James Young, and I have worked with 6 of them now. It's only 88 made James Young, as you maybe know, and this is one of them. This one coming from Norway. If we're going this way, we have a Silver Shadow. And Silver Shadow has spent in many 10,000 pounds in. It was sold new to Sweden, and the man who have it will have it as a more or less new car and have it as a daily using car. He lives in north of Sweden, so he also ordered winter tire now with dubbing, so he can drive it on the ice. We have painted the car from bare metal. Every chrome finish are done, but we have it out in rain today for test driving, and therefore it's dirty for the moment.
That's an interesting color, isn't it, for a shadow?
It's a very, very special color. I only see this one with this color.
I've certainly never seen it. It's interesting, very interesting, and it looks great.
And this corniche we made a new hood, as you can see. And also the normal problem with the wood here in the end. So we have a neighbor who made this wood for us. We have a normal upright, and then the hood will loose here with the knobs and so on. So we made new wood, and a new trim. Also Norwegian customer.
So how long would a car typically stay with you for work?
A big restoration can take many years. We have the biggest work I have done are 25,000 hours. This was on Rolls-Royce 5. We have 3 men for 7 years on this car. This was the biggest restoration I've done. Many cars we put in 1,000 hours or so on. So it can be a year or 2 or so.
And how many cars do you normally have in at one time?
For the moment, we have a record actually here. Today we have 50 cars here. 35 on the Rolls-Royce Bentley and 50 other cars. It's a record for Rohdins Classic Car here today. And we have, as I said, around 200 restoration. For the moment, we have 6 or 7 cars here for restoration. Here we have another restoration. It's a Bentley Mach 6 52 James Young body. They made 11 of this car. So it's also complete upratten. He bought this car for 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he thinks it was a new body frame on it, a wood frame on it, but it wasn't. Only a little bit of new. This was complete upratten, no wood at all. So every piece has been taken off in bits and pieces and fit back again. So we have here span on the body also in 1,500 hours. It's a C in the engine room. It's only work there. He will not do something there. But the chrome plating, the wood, and the body is A.
Okay.
And the interior is B. It was quite nice. So we keep the old leather, only clean it up, but all the wood we made new.
Mm-hmm.
So come to be a nice car.
Such a rare car.
Yeah, and this car will be finished in around 3-4 weeks. We have problem with the petrol tank, so was upratten, and nobody in the world have it. But I called to Greg at Intercar today, and Greg find a man in England, so we do made a restoration this tank we have. So we send this over next week to Intercar, and after a week we have it back again.
Fantastic.
Yep. Here's a 20 horsepower, 1978. It's late one, therefore you have the ribs on this way, otherwise 20 normally have it this way. And it's need finish, this car. It was owned here in Sweden now by a man who have more or less all bicycle companies in the world, Salvatore Grimaldi. We have 3,000 people who work for him to make bicycles over the world. But I sold the car for him. He had lost interest. So it's going to be pick up here next week and going to Bristol, actually. So we're going home to England again.
I'm sure everyone's going to love seeing that in the British countryside.
Yep. Here we have a Rolls-Royce race in usable condition. And but as Rodin said, I will have it that this is. It's not so much money, and it's not care. It's something we will scrap a little something, but he will have it perfect in perfect, very good running condition. And what's happened now was one piston broken down. So we changed new piston. We bought 6 new pistons from Intercar and do engine restoration on the car. On the other side here, we have a very, very nice Bentley. It's a Bentley T1 2-door fixed coupe by H.E. Mullen the topboard. They made only 98 of them, 66 to 70. And this is a Norwegian guy again. And here you can see an engine with number B finish. So you see, this look nice, but not perfect.
Okay.
It should be perfect. You cannot have things like that or that. But we do it, so it look quite good for him. And it's okay for him. New pads and so on. The wood are restored. The interior are in the paint shop, so they paint the leather for us. The car has been painted from bare metal, and all the wheels are new on the car.
Again, another very interesting color there.
Yes.
Which is your favorite in the workshop at the moment, Anders?
I like the Phantom 5 James Young. And actually we have 2 here. You see one there, but the engines that we start with are also Phantom 5 James Young. But right. These body are just now on the body shop. We cannot see it today. But we have 6 of them here in Sweden for the moment, and of 88 made. but 3 of them are not Swedish actually. For this is Norwegian, and these are for Switzerland. But in the Swedish country, we have 6 cars, but only 3 of them are Swedish for the moment. I will do the best to buy another ones in the future. That's what the main workshop. You have an idea how it looks here. But I have little other small things I will show you.
Okay.
Here we do the polish work on things. And here is a dirty area, but we need to have a dirty area. There is sandblast things, so that we do here. We have 2 sandblasts here, 1 for steel and 1 for aluminium. It's different sand. But here we come to make the P&A wood Rolls-Royce tool room. It's not finished yet, but it comes to be finished in a couple of weeks. We have just painted the room and new lights. It comes to be a new floor next week. And we have new steel here. Here every special tool for us on Bentley from 1904 up to 2016 on Bentley come to be in this room. For example, you see these walls some are for silver cloud and silver shadow. And every tools that we have not are here, this function not here. We cannot have tools like that in this workshop. So that come to be restoration. We come to restore all tools. That should look at this one, not at this one. Everything should be clean here. You should use them, but it's also a showroom. I think if the staff here need and know that we have all the tools, that they are clean and so on, even the work will be better. They are clean on the steering wheel, clean on the floors, and so on, and don't touch cars on the wrong way. So I will show them up how we should have this workshop, how we should run it.
That is a thing of beauty. That is stunning. I can't wait to see that room when it's finished.
Yeah. We have a big garage meeting, and we hope we can have it here. It's the 5th of September this year. It's the biggest event of Rolls-Royce cars here in Scandinavia. Last year we was 82 Rolls-Royce Bentley here, and there was 40 other cars. We eat good dinners and so on, and we have always good stars here, some scene or whatever. We always take the top stars that we have here in Sweden, and it's very popular. I know what Jan Tapper coming over this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Providing the government will let us do this. We don't know for sure yet.
But as it's all for the moment, we can. This is the tools for Bentley Anders and Silver Giraffe, the real tools. And they should be put over to the new tools room as well, of course. But every piece should be brand new before we take it in there.
Are there not going to be some tools that you're just not going to be able to source?
There are much pre-war tools some I'm missing.
Mm-hmm.
And also little silver cloud tools I'm missing. But on the annual rally, I have a list with me, what I have and what I'm missing. So I buy everything some I don't have there if its price are reasonable, and even if it's in bad condition, but then we restore the tools.
Yeah, okay.
Here is the piece from my Bentley.
That's your S1.
Yes.
There it is.
And here we have problem. If I look on this one, for example, it's like that. Can you see a small scrap here on the carburetor? And on Pebble Beach, everyone have this perfect. But it should not be perfect. This is from the factory, and I will not do it over restoration. I should do it exactly as it was from the beginning. So it's important that they don't take that away when they paint it. Then it will be too good, and it should be exactly as it was from the factory. That's important.
Right.
This is a Silver Shadow who was sold new in Sweden, 68. And after 5 years, the car was loosed. And they lose the VAT paper and so on. But they have found the car now in a farm. Have been storage there from 73 to now. The car came in our workshop yesterday. And we don't know what you should do, but it's very interesting car. So, looks so bad, but so nice and so extremely low mileage. 20,000 kilometers, less 20,000 kilometers from you.
Wow.
So it's a very, very good barn find. Here is around 1,500 feet detached. Half of it are second hand and half is new. And it's very much special parts. For example, which company have 6 wiper motor for the headlight on Camargue. Interesting. If we can say this 6. But it's good because it's, for example, this one was NLA for a long time. It's all for the brake system on Mach 6 and R-Type. And I think even that's all NLA on Silver Race, Mach 6 and Dawn. We have them. We have the middle piece. We have a center cap for Bentley one. We have one for Rolls-Royce. You live in the States, and in California you have this emission system before other countries have it. And here you have a brand new pump with a kit. NLA, no one in the world have it. Priceberry don't have it, even not Intercar have it. But here we have 2 brand new of them in stock. And on the side we have more new parts, and the back side that we have second-hand parts. So much nice parts, so fine. From a normal head cap from silver shadow to a horn or a fancy whatever. There's so much nice goods in this stuff, so we need to go through, but we have to do here month and month until we have find everything. But here are one thing, some are special. Here is interesting. Body panels. When I was dealer for Rossum and Bentley, 94 to 2003. In Europe, is coming a new rule 2003. Some said that they should have so much money more invest in workshop, and it costs too much money. So all the dealers here in Scandinavia said to Bentley and Rossum Motors, no, we will not be video more. It's too expensive. And but just before that, Volkswagen said that we should going up with Bentley from 2,000 cars to 10,000 cars per year to manufacture it. And then one of the boss in Bentley Motors called me and said, we have a problem. We need to scrap out so much things. And we have thousands of panels. Some have been here for more than 10 years. We spoke about Corniche, Silver Spirit, Coachbuild, Klaus, and so on. So we bought actually the whole lot. And you see a little of here now. We have sold quite much of it, but we have it on the other place, and other people handle it, and they scrap most or less everything of it. So now we have only 3 of everything. But we have 3 new doors for every side on Silver Cloud, for example. We have brand new wings here, so you see for Camargue here, for example. Little rusty, but it's brand new. Maybe a little bad stage. For example, you know, Silver Shadow also made, James Young made 2 doors saloon of Silver Shadow, 66. And they made only 50 cars. Here we have 3 + 3 doors for the James Young Shadow. Must be the only 3 in the world. And so much things. For example, there up it's a good thing. This is a Bentley S3 Continental, H.E. Mulliner flying spur, brand new wings. Must be the only one in the world, as supposed. And if you're going around there, we have brand new wings for Chinese Eye. We have 3 in stock there, brand new. And there are very few made. And also Chinese Eye with single light, brand new. Wings for Corniche, we have all different type of rear wings for Corniche, for example. Yeah, doors, brand new doors for Phantom 5.6. If somebody smashed in Phantom 6, they don't think that there are doors somewhere in the world, but here we have a brand new from H.E. Mulliner. So yeah, that's interesting things. Annika, there you have seen a little of this crazy company in Sweden.
I'm so pleased I did. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry to take up so much of your day, but I've really...
No, you like it. No problem.
No
it's
worries.
My life. It's not work. It's a fun time.
Lovely to see you guys.
Yeah, be in touch.
You too.
Stay safe.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.